All right, we're live, and I feel like I sound like an asshole because I got these fucking headphones on for the first time, but we're going with it.
Well, what can we say to that?
How's everybody's week so far?
I wish we would have videoed some of the behind the scenes.
No, we'll never do that. Look, I feel like look at me. I feel like I'm
a little high off the head.
Yeah.
Well,
it has something to do with my ears or something.
That's all right. We're gonna fix it. We'll fix it, but it'll work. It'll work for today.
How's everybody's week going?
Living the dream. It's Wednesday, right? Or is it Thursday? I don't know.
It's Wednesday.
It's Wednesday. All right.
I have thought it was Thursday all week long.
Oh.
Or all day long, not all week, but all day long. I thought it was Thursday.
I've been off from the firehouse, obviously, as you can tell. So I've been a little bit confused on which.
So give us a retirement update.
September 18th, last day.
How many shifts?
4.5, I think. So we're getting there.
Candace, what about a pregnancy update?
We'll be 34 weeks on Saturday, so we've got 6 more weeks to go. Here we are.
Well,
eating cookies.
I'm gonna say this.
Oh yeah, place your bets, y'all. Like,
now, I'm gonna say this from the position you're in right now. I would never guess you're pregnant, but yes. I did see you stand up a little while ago. You're fucking pregnant.
Yeah,
you're pregnant.
It's funny. It is a little funny. Like you can't. And some things that I wear, like if I wear like my leggings, and then I have this like one shirt that's a little bit longer. You can't tell at all. Like if you're looking at me straight on, it's only when I turn, which has been really funny when I do like, my big girl job. And that's like typically what I normally wear. And then I turn and they're like, oh my God, like you're really, really pregnant. Like I didn't realize. So yeah, it's like my little party trick.
Well, y'all want to start off with your favorite mayor?
Oh.
Well, no, Mom Dummy's probably our favorite mayor to fuck with, but he's a definitely close second. This guy, I mean, I say a guy. This girl here. Let's just play the video.
This girl.
Ooh, that's how you keep your rhythm. Ooh.
Oh my God.
Go white boy. Go white boy.
I would have loved if he split his pants.
I wish he'd have fell and hit his fucking head.
When I saw that video for the first time, the guy rapping and dancing with him, it was like, how much is that guy fucking with him?
Oh, so much.
But I don't know.
No idea.
Like, I'm not completely convinced.
Oh, no. Like, so much. But he's too dumb to have noticed that. Like, to have made that connection of, like, this guy's making fun of me because they're just so arrogant and delusional.
He is the definition, besides the definition of faggot, he's the definition of placating. He placates and panders and patronizes people. And I'm with you. I think they were playing him. He was thinking he was playing them.
Well, it's not the first time he's done it. It's not the first time he's done it. So it's like, all right, well, now it's acceptable.
He just it's like all so cringy.
Yeah. Now that's exactly what he is. And look, I know I call him names. I'm not saying the guy's gay, and I don't care if he's gay, but I'm going to say this. I don't know if he's gay, but I think them Somalians are putting so much dick in him. He's got to take 2 steps back to get it all out. That's what I think.
I think I think he's got a full fruit basket there. I do.
He's just a pathetic human being is what he is.
I've never seen him do like anything noble or manly.
Yes, exactly. He's not a serious person.
No, right. And so I forget about him a lot because I don't find him to be really anybody worth like entering my brain and thinking about. So I feel like if I feel that way, I think a lot of the country kind of feels that way about him, that they just forget that he exists.
Well, look how he became famous. George Floyd. He
Mhm.
fucked that up. And then look, the most recent was the Alex Preddy,
Mhm.
Renee Good. He fucked those things up. So he's never, you're right, he's never been involved in anything that was, man, he's leading. He's doing
Right.
a good job. He's doing some good stuff. Everything that he's ever been had publicity on has been a dumpster fire.
Mhm.
Well, now, yeah, and to that point, he hasn't been there. He's done all the dumb things that he's gotten, all the publicity about, and that's all everybody knows about him. And the Renee Good thing was just a complete and utter nightmare, and the fact that he was at these rallies that before anything was even established, he's holding these rallies, him and his people. I mean, maybe not necessarily him, but his cabinet, whatever you want to call it. They were holding these rallies before it was even time to do it.
Yeah, they incited all of these incidents.
They're a bunch of ambulance chasers.
They are.
It makes it hard. It makes it hard to take him seriously, and then you see that again,
Mhm.
as if the first time wasn't enough. Then we had to watch it again.
I absolutely agree with you guys.
Okay, 2 Chainz, settle the fuck down.
He absolutely just, I don't know, these younger politicians like to pretend that they're relatable, and they put themselves in these situations to be like cool and hip and relatable, like Mom Donnie trying to bench press, like, hi. Didn't fucking go over well. And it's
The middle
like,
of bench
guys,
press
stop.
and, you
You're
know,
a little white boy with like slim fit Dockers.
yeah.
You know, like you're not going to be like sitting there doing, I don't know, like breakdancing, like Mom Donnie, you've got a little slim fit, slim shirt and your slim Dockers and you're trying to bench press. I mean, come on now. It's just
Yeah.
falls flat all the time.
So I don't have any videos on this, Candace, but I know you've been pretty engulfed in this trial. I'm telling you, I don't know. I know very little about it. I know I know what the, what she did, but I know there's some issues. I saw some of your videos. I know there's some issues that you're passionate about. So tell us what's going on, and especially with this.
I've avoided it. To be honest with you, like the whole Lindsay Clancy thing, I was avoiding it because I don't know, I didn't really care. And then it started within the last 2 days, it's become a new movement. And oddly enough, it sits more with the radical leftist women out there. And it just, always tracks. So Lindsay Clancy killed her 3 children because she apparently was going through postpartum psychosis. She took exercise bands, wrapped them around each of their necks, and strangled them to death, and then attempted to kill herself, apparently, by jumping out of the window. She wound up paralyzing herself, and she's now on trial for their murders. And what is really funny is the defense has not, their first sentence in opening statement was, "We do not dispute that she killed her children." So they're saying she killed them. They're trying to allege that she is not criminally responsible, aka mentally insane, whatever the case is. Over the last couple days, the deranged women in our society have raised $1 million for her and blamed it all on her husband.
Which I watched. I watched snippets of, a lot of TikTok videos.
Mhm.
The minute and a half or whatever. But I went through once I saw this and it hit my radar. Then I started researching a little bit
Mhm.
more and watching it and watching her husband. I watched his whole testimony, and and I didn't realize that these other women were trying to raise money and whatever.
Mhm.
And again, it's a court of law. It's gonna work out the way it's gonna work out. Like you said, the defense saying what they said. But watching his testimony, I mean, that is a shell of a man who
Dead inside.
has lost his wife and has lost his 3 children.
Mhm.
And you can sit there anybody that has interviewed anybody in a serious situation, James, in your line of work, and I've done it in my line of work, I can sit there and look at you and know, like, and there's no talk or no question about even trying to bring him up on charges.
No.
So the fact that these, like you said, these radicals that are out there saying, well, it was the husband.
Mhm. It's very 2026. And that's what's been like pissing me off a lot, because there are two parts to this that bother me immensely. Number one, everybody's very quick to blame the medical community. Oh, they gave her too much medication. Oh, they did this. Oh, they did that. And it's like, you guys, you're asking the medical community to step in each and every time you're a little anxious, or you're a little sad, or you're a little depressed. And the medical community's job is to provide you with a remedy, such as a medication, for whatever your issues are. So if you're going to keep going to the medical community for every single issue, thought, feeling, anything you can't handle, the medical community's job is to then provide you with a prescription to help you with that.
I have something with that. You said it perfectly, but the problem is now nobody nowadays wants to work through their own fucking problems.
Exactly. That is
they
the
want to
issue.
hide from them and be
Mhm.
medicated. And even if you take your kids, if you don't
Mhm.
watch it, and I've got a stepdaughter, and Jill takes her to the doctors, right?
Mhm.
But being a paramedic, I've transported many kids,
Mhm.
and the parents just want medication.
Yep.
And
My bridal
instead of,
parties.
hey, sometimes you got to just rub a little bit of dirt on it, get it splinted and whatever. No, give him pain meds. I'm like, I don't know that he needs pain meds yet because he's not crying.
Right, guys, like the bridal parties that I work with, they're passing around Xanax to cope with the normal feeling of nervousness on your wedding. Like that's a normal thing. And it's like we're trying to block out normal thoughts and feelings, and then we're wondering why we have a medicine cabinet full of shit. So that's the first problem. The second problem, and my husband said this to me earlier, because everybody's like, Patrick Clancy turned his back on her. And he was like, nope, I'm probably guessing that like he would ask questions and she would say, you don't know how I feel because you're not a woman. And he was like, all right, I'm just going to go to work. You know what I mean? And we shit. Sadly, 2026 women shit all over men, and they expect men to then coddle them. But you tell them they can't have an opinion. You tell them they can't have a voice. You tell them they can't take control of situations. And then you also want them to provide for you financially 100%. And it's like, okay, so you want this man to do what? Quit his job and just sit home and stare at you? Ask you questions that you don't want to answer? Be overly, intrusive because he's a man? And so this is very 2026. And I find it very relevant because this is women today. Women today have become conditioned. And I'm going to bring up the Andrea Yates case. You guys are older than me. You've known that case. She drowned her 5 children, same claims of postpartum psychosis. Women, yep, exactly. Women everywhere were collectively outraged and collectively like, this bitch needs to go away for a long time. In the 25 years from that case to today, okay, women have been conditioned to look at children as an immense burden and to blame everything on men. And if you aren't smart enough to see that parallel, you're part of that problem, because that's exactly what has happened. We went from, oh my God, how could you do this to your children? Like voices for the children, to now we're raising $1 million for Lindsay Clancy and blaming everything on her husband, who was already investigated and found to have had no criminal wrongdoing in this case whatsoever.
And him sitting on the stand, and this is not a direct quote, so please, somebody's going to fact check and be like, oh, he's wrong. But he was like, I tried to talk to her psychiatrist, and obviously, due to HIPAA, they would not give him any information. So, which is fair. I get it. the rules are the rules. But it's not like and it was documented because the one doctor was like, yes, I took a call from him, but I could not tell him any information.
And we
So it's
can't
not like he didn't
voluntarily commit people. So we've taken the power away from friends and family to say, look, something's really wrong with this person. And what are the steps that we can take to get them into a facility? Okay. Against their will, maybe. All of a sudden that's a no, we can't do that. We have to do gentle psychiatry. And then everybody's wondering.
Problem is, Candace, there's no room at the inn, unfortunately.
Oh, and that too. 100% that too. So you're dealing with a multiple problem, and you're then saying it's everybody else's fault. But it's like you've taken the power away from the system, right? To try to safeguard people like this who cannot make their own decisions. But then you're also saying that the medical community is at fault because they were treating her. I don't understand, because if they refuse to treat her, it would be another side of the coin that everybody would be bitching about.
Right. Can I be weird? Can I be weird and just say
Yeah.
somebody wants to bring some of those facilities back? I'm just
Oh no, I am 100% fucking weird. I want the facilities back. I want the white vans. I want the people in the coats that jump out and grab you and like fucking take you where you need to go, because there was a reason they existed, and it was because of people like Lindsay Clancy, who was unable to, in the event, she was unable to not decipher reality. But again, we have people in our society that talk out of both sides of their asses, and to me, it's very scary. Like I said, 25-year difference between these two cases. And you have radical women. We have radicalized women in 25 years, and we have made them turn against nuclear families. Again, children are burdens, men are the problem, and they have just glorified themselves that they have a million excuses. And again, I'm going to be really real, and I know I'm taking up a lot of time. I'm on my third kid. My first child, I had postpartum depression for over a year. And a lot of it had to do with my environmental factors. Financially, we weren't strong. Career-wise, I had just gotten laid off. There were so many other factors that made me sad, right? But ultimately, I can 100% agree with Matt Walsh, who's getting a lot of shit right now for his opinions. I was being selfish. I wanted to do what I otherwise did before I had a child. And that is a very humbling experience. And what did they do? They gave me a Lexapro. What did Lexapro do? Made me not sleep. Are you fucking happy when you're not sleeping? No, you feel worse. And then you're not eating. So you're not sleeping, you're not eating, and you're just dead inside. I self-weaned after 6 months, and I started to prioritize my family, and I got back into church counseling. That was what my husband and I did when we went through the darkest of times. Church counseling with my priest, who has 7 kids, who, knew what we were going through.
Right.
And gave us the necessary tools to work through all of the things that we went through. My second daughter, I took a 7-month maternity leave because I had money and was living the best life. And I never went back into those spaces again. So people need to get their heads out of their asses, because a lot of what they think and feel are due to their environmental circumstances. Having kids with people you're not married to, having multiple partners, having no financial plan, and then you're depressed. No fucking shit. You're depressed.
You being able to just on the open internet, and you're all over the place anyway, but to admit that and know that, I was being selfish. And I think that's not many people do that anymore. They push everything out. It's not, what am I doing? Right.
Right.
And dudes are guilty of it too. I go through a fucking bad day and I'm being selfish because I want to do this and I don't want to do that.
Yeah. And that's normal.
Big fucking deal. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But the whole kid, having the kids and wanting to be selfish. I mean, I totally understand it. Not in the fact of being a biological father, but Zoe was in dance and Jill is pulled 18 different fucking directions. And never see her 99.9% of the time boo-hooing. You've got that 1% where she's like, I just need a fucking day. You know what? Take your day. You deserve it because you're working your balls off. But yeah, the radicals do not understand that. And it's easy to sit on their couch watching this trial play out and be like, oh yeah. I mean, it's
exactly
what's happening.
They love it because they're like, this is me. And they're posting videos holding their babies. You guys, like, this set me the fuck off. Holding their babies with same Clancy, same Lindsay as their caption. What the fuck is wrong with you bitches? You're holding your children and you're saying on the internet that, Lindsay, I feel the same way. Like, where the fuck is CPS? Like, are you kidding me? You think that that is a message for young women, for women everywhere. It's not. It's actually, there are times where you need help and there are times where you need to be really fucking strong. And mental awareness and mental strength is not something that you just develop one day. It's something that you have to take time to learn and practice. And women today are not strong. And they like latch on to any excuse to have an example of, oh, well, she killed her 3 children. It's totally not her fault. It's all these other things. So it's not my fault if I do something wrong because it's my hormones. And that's what we're teaching women to do. And women are latching onto that. And it just, again, it's very 2026. No, and that's the best way I could say it.
No, and you absolutely just, you crushed that because I know James stated in our text messages that, he didn't know a ton about it. I didn't know a shit ton about it, but I watched enough. But some of the things you saw, I went and sought out as you were talking about it in our, in our group chat. And I was disgusted. I was absolutely disgusted because I hadn't seen some of those. So my algorithm hadn't hit that part yet, but.
Oh, it's like all I see now. And like I said, it's very 2026. It's very radical leftist women. Like that's, and now they're using this as a platform. There's so many things that leftist women love to use. And this is one of those things. So, again, very 2026 all across the board.
I don't know much about the case, and I learned a lot more just listening to you, Candace. But 2 things that come to mind just in general. Number one, now, compared to me, I consider you a child, Candace. You're not even 40 years old, but you are late in life having another child. So the generation that's having children right now are Generation Z. Generation Z, we raise them. So I don't bash the generations. I bash us. We raise them to be, number one, entitled, and number 2, victims. So it's not surprising that this generation is having the sympathy for a killer because of what we've taught them. It's always somebody else's fault, and they're a victim, and they're entitled. And number 2, now this may be unpopular with y'all. If you look at the medical field in every other category, look in the last 50 years, of my life, I'm 55 years old, compared to when I was a child, look at the medical breakthroughs in modern medicine. When it comes to even, I know we haven't cured cancer, but look at the way that cancer is treated. Look at heart disease. Look at all these innovative surgeries, all these innovative areas of medicine. What have we done in psychiatry? In my opinion, we've gone backwards.
Completely.
All we have done in psychiatry is invent diseases.
Because you can't fix the mind.
Yeah,
the mind is what the mind is.
We constantly invent diseases, make people feel like there is something wrong with them. Besides, like you said, Candace, you know what it is? It's fucking life.
Yeah.
We're not preparing people to get through fucking life. Here's a pill. And talk therapy, this may be unpopular too. I think
bring it back. Where the fuck is shock therapy? Bring it back.
Talk therapy. Everybody talk about your problems. You know what the problem is? We're talking about our problems too fucking much. When you talk about something constantly, you never get through it. You never get through it. You never get over it.
It
Sometimes
depends on who. It depends on who you're talking to.
I agree with that.
If you're talking to somebody that knows what they're doing versus some fucking Brown Mackey College graduate of psychiatry that just, and that's a community college that used to exist here, but yeah, it's like coming into this podcast studio, and I feel like I'm a good talker, but I'm not qualified to get you through your problems. I can tell you what I'm seeing, right? But we bitch about lack of communication, but then you also have too much communication. So I don't know what the right answer is.
Well, we did. Listen, every week I tell you guys this. It's our fault, right? It's our fault. We allowed people who were like, oh my God, you called me the wrong pronouns, chop my dick off. Like, that's what we allowed. And
Right.
so now we're trying to like dial that back, or we're starting to see how fucking outrageous that really is. But now you have a bunch of people who are now so conditioned to, oh my God, I can't feel any sort of negative feeling or it's wrong. And everybody's got to fix it. And I need to get medication for it. We have, and our society loves this because a heavily medically induced society is so much easier to control if you don't think freely or feel freely. And so we've taken that away from people. It's good to be anxious. Okay. It's good to feel sad. It's good to be depressed. But we have said, no, you can't. You cannot feel that way. And, if you do feel that way, we have to fix everything, whether it's your body, whether it's somebody who made you feel that way, whether it's you that's making whatever. And we've taken very normal things and we have told people that it's not normal to feel that way. And here we are.
Well, Candace, answer my question. What strides have we made in the field of psychiatry?
We can't, because here's the thing. I think people need to understand that your brain is not something you can medically control. It's not. And this is coming from somebody, again, who is very much like, I am a faithful person. Yes, I got my cross out. Yes, I say fuck. Yes, I sin and screw up all the time. But when you are constantly looking at yourself as the regulator of your own being, that's when you can't grasp that. Your mind is yours. And when we think that we can control thoughts and feelings, and, when we're trying to prevent those things, psychiatry we've allowed people to manipulate that entire aspect of medicine, because you can't treat somebody's fucking brain. Like, you can treat a disease, right? Cancer, those are cells that aren't supposed to be there, right? Your brain is your brain. And so when we are trying to medically solve what somebody is, their entire being, how they think, how they feel, how they vocalize, you're not going to get very far. And so what we've done,
all you're doing is suppressing it. You're not treating
exactly,
suppressing
exactly.
You're
And all you've done is validated
those receptors, those dopamine receptors, or any just the whole endocrine system. You're suppressing it to where
100%.
then you have fucking zombies.
Again, I'm a perfect example, and I have no problem sharing this. In my early stages with my son, one of the things that I was trying to do was, I felt like maybe I just need more energy, right? So I was taking my husband's prescription Adderall to get more energy, because maybe that would make me happier. But when you don't need that, you actually mess up your serotonin levels. And then you're feeling depressed, right? And so it's like a collapsible catalyst that it all just snowballs. And this is what modern day people do. They self-medicate, they fuck up the chemicals that are going on in their brain, and then they're trying to get back on track. But all of these SSRIs, all of these prescription medications, they give you another problem. You're going to deal with lack of sleep, lack of eating, lack of empathy, zombie-like behavior. They all say you'll have suicidal thoughts or feelings or anything. Those are side effects. So again, when we're saying to a medical community person who is trained to give you medicine, and we're saying, I'm depressed, They're going to give you medicine for that. But then you're also going to need to be treated for the insomnia, the lack of food, whatever else you're feeling, the anxiety, the racing thoughts, right? And it just snowballs. So I think a lot of people, what I could have done differently is I could have taken a step back. I could have put myself into spiritual counseling at that moment, talked to my priest and said, hey, I'm feeling a little not like myself. And instead, I let a doctor almost plummet me to the other side of what I didn't want to be like. And I had to realize that a lot of what I was going through was environmental things that were happening in my life. And the way you can control that, you guys, is by doing things differently. And I talk about this a lot.
And there's no pill to solve that.
Who you choose as your partner is important. Marry them. Have kids with them, stick it out with them, balance, make sure that your partner can take care of you, mind, body, and spirit, and financially, and everything else. Women are having children without any plan, and it will make you depressed. And here you are. And that's all I got to say about that.
That was a hell of a bow. That was a hell of a bow to put on that.
I'm glad that I appreciate you sharing that, opening up to us with that, because obviously Jason and I can't relate to that, but to normalize what this woman did, anybody that's normalizing that is a sick person. I know that postpartum depression is a real thing, but there's a difference between, to me, there's a difference between going through issues like you have and having the even thought, Candace, of killing your fucking kids.
I wanted to buy Louboutins and play softball. Okay. Like that was my danger to myself. Okay.
There's
really.
Okay. Every woman I think goes through, you're all fucked up hormonally. I mean, look what you're going through right now for you for 7 months, what you've been through, and it's normal. But how are we as a society normalizing having not even carrying out the act is even having the thought of killing your fucking kids? Come on.
Yeah, and they're applauding and they're saying this is completely normal behavior. And again, this is
what we have
direct result.
Society is unfucking believable.
This society sucks. And it's funny because, not to just keep this dragging on, but I feel like it's important for people to understand this. When you are self-aware, I just had this discussion with my husband today. I am self-aware. The things that I know I will need when I give birth, I am very open and honest about. I'm going to want to get my body back in shape. I'm going to want to do the little things for myself. And I made sure that we had that discussion of, listen, I'm going to want to tap in and tap out, when it's time for me to do an exercise plan or go get my Botox or my nails done, and we have to take care of each other like that. And he was like, absolutely, whatever you need. And that's things that women don't have discussions about, or they put too much fucking pressure on themselves. Oh, they have to breastfeed for 4 years. Okay. Stop it. Stop putting yourself in the most outrageous circumstances and then wonder why you feel tied down, depressed. You have no freedom. You have no life. Women are creating their own problems and they need to stop doing it because it will continue this snowball. You need to be honest with yourself, be emotionally aware. I know who I am. I know what I need. I'm going to articulate that to my partner. I'm not going to pretend to be this earthy. I'm going to grow baby food in my backyard and I'm going to, feed a village with my titties. It's not going to happen. It's not who I am. I've embraced that. This is my third child. I am who I am. And we are now shoving examples in women's faces of no, you need to make sourdough bread and you need to breastfeed until they go to kindergarten and you need to co-sleep right? So then you have a baby on you 24 fucking 7. So we're also teaching women that like they need to do all of that crazy shit when you don't. And you can be a great parent and a well-rounded human being that doesn't need to be on medication because you're just 24/7 baby. That's all you are.
Right.
It's not practical. And as somebody who is almost 40 years old, I have no problem saying that it is not a practical, healthy thing. Because yes, we are mothers and we love our children to the ends of the earth, but we are also, there are other qualities and other things about us, and that's okay.
And you also need a fucking break.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest. You just need a fucking break.
You need a life. You need to do, it is okay to say there are other things that make me happy besides my family. There are other things that make me, I like to go, that makes me happy to go for a run. And that's okay.
Oh,
And we have to start teaching that.
Fucking terrible, Candace.
It is fucking terrible. I'm lying. But it's like,
you're
look,
pregnant, but this body is definitely not made for running. I can tell you.
once I get back into it, I will enjoy it. But, you know, yes, I'm going to choose a run over Xanax. Like if I'm stressed, if I'm feeling anxious, I know that I could work that out. And most of the women who are running towards the medication line, they can work that shit out too. They just don't choose to. They want the easy way out. It's like the GLP-1 conversation. Not everybody fucking needs it.
Right. Well, that's exactly right. Where are we going next, James?
So let's go to your favorite story of the week.
Ooh, is it yours or mine?
That's Jason's.
Oh, yeah. So I actually don't know a whole lot about
of a
this.
highly profitable cocaine ring, according to state prosecutors, who say the drugs were cut and packaged right there in the frat houses, sometimes by pledges. Among those charged, 13 current and former students and one student's father. More now from CBS's Michael George.
Investigators say all but one of the 14 charged were Penn State students at the time of the alleged criminal conduct. Pennsylvania's Attorney General Dave Sunday says the drug operation was run inside two fraternity houses in 2023 and 2024.
Cocaine was primarily packaged at the fraternity houses. And in fact, we found a pattern of events that showed cutting and bagging cocaine was, for some pledges, an indoctrination into the Delta Upsilon and Sigma Chi fraternities.
Authorities say the two main dealers were senior members of the fraternities.
Agostino Abatiello was at the very top of the chain. Thomas Robinson was a rung below that on the ladder.
According to the criminal complaint, the drugs were sold at parties and other college social events. One defendant is accused of buying more than 5 pounds of cocaine in a 9-month period. 6 defendants are facing felony charges. 8 others are charged with misdemeanors. Penn State says it's placing Delta Upsilon on interim suspension pending an investigation. It says,
Yo, those papers were probably lit. Oh,
Let's call
Jason,
it.
you've been following this. What do you know about this, Jason?
of course, I think it's hilarious that obviously this is Penn State, you know, like, duh, makes sense.
Well,
And I just got to say, if I was ever a drug user, I feel like cocaine would probably be my drug of choice. And especially since these kids are in college, I mean, they're just trying to get shit done.
I'm going to say cocaine should not be your drug of choice because you're excited just when you wake up anyway. But
Right. I'm just naturally amphetamine-like.
this whole thing.
White kids should not be drug dealers because they're not built for this life. What the fuck were they thinking, Jason?
Well, no, actually, I'm going to disagree with you. They are built for it in the fact that most of them, looking into it, come from money.
Yeah.
So they had backing anyway. Some of the drugs were coming from Philly. Some were coming from New York, going into Happy Valley. Everybody in Happy Valley was super fucking happy. But apparently the one guy, that Robinson guy, his dad got fucking charged. He's the one that wasn't part of the fraternity because he was concealing evidence. Apparently there was a safe full of coke and cash that he was not willing to give up, and finally did, obviously. Now, when I saw this, though, I was like, holy shit. And the one story that I saw is that I can't even pronounce that dude's name without looking at it.
Agostino or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His nickname on campus was Pablo Pledge Kabar. So it was obviously well known, right?
Well, I
And
think
they
it's
got
funny
away
that
with
he
it
looked
for
like such a
little while,
geek.
but I want to know what the money amount that they actually gained. And I've only breezed over these articles just a little bit, James, in full disclosure, but I saw it and I was like, holy shit, that's fucking amazing.
Yeah, that was. I mean, I've heard a little bit about it, but one thing that I heard that they were texting about it. They were sending DMs about it with their own names. They weren't even trying to hide it. That's what I said. Why I said they were built for this life.
You guys can't hear James.
Oh,
That I can hear him perfectly.
I can't hear him.
here we fucking go.
That I think that's a year end.
I can hear you.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. What
James
did
do? What-
James, you did something.
I
What'd
did
you
something
touch?
wrong.
What'd you touch?
Let
James,
me try
Can you
this.
hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah, for sure.
That's so weird.
He says he can hear you.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Can you hear her?
Yes, I can hear Candace. Can you hear me now, Candace?
It has nothing to do with your headset. You're so worried about that fucking headset. It has nothing to do with the headset.
I'm trying to make sure that it's not the headset.
Did he say he could hear me?
Jill
I
Billy
can hear you.
Jill Billy can hear everybody.
Oh, she can hear all. Okay.
Yeah.
James, I can't fucking hear you.
So Candace, go out and come back in.
Okay.
Okay, what about now?
I need, oh my God, you two are going to give me a fucking stroke. My God. Yeah, you're staying on, James. You're staying on after this, after we're done. But
I've got it. I got it down. All right, let's see. Let's see if this works.
Okay, I can hear you.
Okay,
You can
yay.
hear me now?
I can hear you.
I
don't know what happened.
I don't know what he touched, or he thinks it's the headset. It has nothing to do with the headset, but whatever. We'll figure
All
it
right.
out.
Little geeks selling cocaine
Little
at Penn
geeks.
State.
I think it's fucking hilarious. I
think it's hilarious.
I
too.
want to know the dollar amount. I want to know how much money they came from, because it's not. I mean, Penn State's not cheap, right?
Mm-mm.
But everybody that I know that's gone to Penn State, fairly entitled a little bit. So they're like, all right, well, fuck it. We're going to go ahead and get this little entrepreneurship going. And, well, guess what? You fucked up, Aaron, because, again, to James's point, you're using your own cell phone. Fucking dumb.
Yeah.
Use a burner if need
They
be.
even have a burner.
Well, these are like little geeky kids. Like they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I think that's what makes it the funniest is like mommy does their laundry and they're like trying to figure out how to do a drug ring. Like it just
Pablo Pledge Kabar.
So
but that's
this
how he was known. Like he was known around campus like that. I mean, and they had 14 of them. You would normally, if you're going to do something like that, 2 or 3. 2 people can keep a secret. 3 cannot.
I mean, I don't know. There used to be a drug ring.
Only one of those can.
Well, there used to be a drug ring where they were putting cocaine like in pizza boxes and delivering pizza. Like that was better. I thought.
Oh, the pizza connection?
Yeah. That was like a big thing over here.
Oh yeah, pizza connection was a big that's a big deal.
Yeah.
So this is actually our next story. So who watched the debate?
Oh, I did.
Jason, did you watch the debate?
I did not.
Okay, we're gonna play a snippet of the debate, and I'm gonna give y'all what my and y'all know I'm not a Candace Owens fan, but I'll wait. Let's watch the video first.
Oh, James, I will be so
charges
annoyed with you.
against- or all of them.
Hold on.
Do you think Tyler Robinson is
Can
guilty
y'all
of?
hear it or not?
The specific charge?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Can y'all
think
hear the
what I
video?
think is that
Okay, I can't.
Tyler Robinson shot Charlie Kirk.
Yeah, but of the 7 charges that he's being charged.
Yeah, can we list them real quick? I'll tell you exactly which ones. We'll pull them up.
Well, do you know any of the charges he's up for right now?
Yeah, of course. But
Can
I
you-
want to
can you
make sure
name
that we
one?
have them listed.
Yeah, but like can you name one? Because
I
my
can't hear it,
general
so tell me when
perspective
to
is that you
stop
don't
it.
actually care about this case. You're not
Is
following
that
the
it?
case.
That's the
Yeah.
question. You're just not
but, I mean,
following it
it
enough.
seems pretty like if you're going to engage and you're going to say the evidence is overwhelming that Tyler Robinson is guilty. I just think that you should like.
All right.
Can you tell me one?
Then let's do the
charge that
counter.
he's-
You can really hang on. This is a great gotcha.
No. You just got to ask.
I fucking hate her. And like, here's the thing. She could name charges out of her ass all day long. The point of the debate was for her to actually display the evidence that she had that supported her claims that Israel, Erica Kirk, and Turning Point USA were involved in killing Charlie Kirk, none of which she was able to do. So I personally think she's trying to just deviate from that. And people are like, oh, he didn't know one charge. What does her knowing the charges? What type of evidence does that support all the other bullshit she's been telling us? Help me understand that.
Okay, so first off, who knew? Which one of you did either one of you know who Andrew Wilson was before this?
No fucking clue.
Had no clue.
I had heard the name, but didn't know anything about him.
No clue.
I had absolutely no idea. Still don't really know who he is. I think he did an absolute terrible job. I think that if I had to name a winner, I'm going to say it probably would be him. The reason why I say it would be him is because he got free publicity. But that's it. I think he was unprepared. Yeah, he absolutely should have known the charges. Candace, I mean, how do you go and debate?
Because it doesn't
something
matter.
and you don't know why doesn't it matter? He absolutely
Because
should have known it.
the whole basis of the debate was for that crazy bitch to say, oh, here is the evidence that I have that supports the Egyptian planes and the Israeli phones
Okay, you
and
say
Erica
that.
Kirk,
Okay, you say
none
that
of
was
which
the
she
basis for the-
presented.
Okay, you say that was the basis for the debate. Per who? To me, the whole thing was fun, and I am a huge Patrick Bet David fan. I think the whole thing was fucking silly. I think it made no
Sure.
sense. I think it accomplished nothing except people made a lot of money. Patrick Bet David, they made a lot of money because it was got millions and millions and millions of views. But I think Andrew Wilson won because nobody knew who the fuck he was. And people know who he is now. I know who he is now. I think he's a clown. He was supposed to be some big, one of the best debaters in the country. He impressed me none. I thought he was very smug, very arrogant, and very unprepared.
So here's the thing. When I watched the opening statements and when he closed his out saying it cost me $300,000, but it's about time essentially that somebody holds her accountable for what she's done. That to me like summed it up for me. And that was, I think, exactly what the point was. You have had this woman who has been going around and who has been outwardly not only trying to damage the state's case, but is trying to damage the families, has been just naming and alluding to all of these different people's involvement. And then when it came down to it, which was prove it, she then just said, oh, I'm allowed to think. These are my opinions. You're going to tell me that Candace Owens has just been sharing her opinion? The gaslighting was insane. And honestly,
Everything that she put out there had been disproven.
Disproven, guys.
My opinion
She's
of
saying
her
there's
has not changed. She didn't win me over in this. I just think he was that bad. I ain't saying she was this good, Candace. I'm saying he was that bad.
But what can we do? So anybody in that position, right? When they're saying, prove your point. And she was like, oh, it's my opinion. I don't have to prove my opinion. Then where do you go from there?
What quantitative value do you want for the proof? It is the thing. You're not in a court of law, right?
No, and
So
nor is Andrew Wilson qualified to
Right.
argue the state's case. That's not why he was there. And he did make that clear. But she's coming out and she has said, Erica Kirk's involved. Turning Point USA is involved. Israel is involved. Egypt is involved. France
She
is
did say those
involved.
things. She did say those things.
Not one article of evidentiary property did she come with in that debate. She says, "Oh, there was Israeli phones on campus." Hi, quick Google search. There's over 300 Jewish students that attend that university.
Which isn't.
I
it's
I
not
agree
that
with you, but what did
university either.
I agree? But what did he come with?
What
came
is
with
he
nothing
supposed to
either.
come with? He's not the prosecutor. That's the thing. She's not the
You got a
defense
point.
team either, but she's coming out and saying, these are my claims and I stand by them. And she's been racking in millions of dollars with her fan base by saying
She
and
is, yeah.
turning people into thinking like something else is going on. She's created a mob. And of course, a majority of a left-wing mob, no less. But she's the one, the burden of proof has always been on her. The state's case is the state's
He's
case. Nobody's
because
saying
he's
that.
making the accusations. I agree with that. And,
Exactly.
you know,
Exactly.
I do. You know, we are all strong First Amendment advocates, but I say that, but I also believe that when you have a platform, and we say this on this show a lot, I think that you have the First Amendment, but when you have a platform, you have a responsibility.
Bingo.
May not be a legal responsibility. I just think a moral responsibility.
Ethical responsibility to tell the truth.
To tell the fucking truth.
Yep.
You
to
have,
tell the truth.
You can say what you want. Yeah, the First Amendment. You're right, Candace Owens. You have the First Amendment, but you have a responsibility. You have a strong following. You have a moral and ethical responsibility to tell the fucking truth.
And especially when she was backtracking a lot. Especially when they pulled up her old video where she said, like, I 100% believe that Israel is involved. And prior to them playing that video, she's claiming, I never said that. I never said that they were involved. She's literally backtracking a lot of what she's saying. And it's like, but you were putting these out in like episode fucking Nancy Drew fashion. And now you're trying to recant and you're trying to say this is all your opinion. I have noticed from the time that debate went on to now, her popularity's kind of gone down because people are like, wait a second. Yes,
come on.
I do.
Yeah.
I really do.
It has.
Because it's like, how do you then tune in? What are you tuning into? You don't want to hear this bitch's opinion. You were on like, you know, again, it's like fucking the Christmas Story when he's trying to solve the puzzle and it's drink more Ovaltine. Like you're trying to give everybody a letter to the puzzle. And now they know that you don't actually have anything worthwhile. And so I think the viewership is going to go down and people are going to start jumping off the Candace Owens ship.
Yeah, Joe Billy said in a comment, she's not interested in the truth. She's interested in a crazy, controversial clickbait.
That's all it is. Jill's right. Jill's 100% right. That's all it is. And look,
and that's what she did. That's what she did to her fucking friend.
Right.
From the fucking very beginning.
And
that
this
bitch can go rotten fucking hell because she's
rotten
a
hell.
fucking clown.
I agree. But, you know, the thing, even though there's some people with some wild ass theories or ideology that I disagree with, what I will respect, no matter what even however wild or opposite you are of me, if that's how you truly feel, I'm going to respect that's what your stance is. Here's my biggest issue with people. There's more than just Candace Owens out there.
Absolutely.
What my biggest argument or my biggest I have a strong distaste for people who say things they really don't believe. She doesn't believe the shit she's really saying. Then that's a sick human being that's just saying it for the money, saying it for the clicks and the likes. And you really, if that's how you truly feel, then I'm going to give at least that respect. You have a right to feel that way. But when you're saying it and you're manipulating people and you really don't believe in that, and you're a fucking flip-flopper, I ain't got no use for you.
And guys,
I have no use for him.
It's very 2026. And look, I know, like, yeah, we're all friends here, okay? I've known you guys my entire life, but if something ever happened to either of you and I was offered money to like divulge on that, I would never have that type of conscience to be like, yes, pay me for my information. Like, how do you do that with somebody who's supposed to be your best friend? You're just like, oh, I'll take the $300,000. And the excuses that people have made for her regarding that is just, I'll never get it. This entire situation pisses me off so bad because it's like you are polluting a potential jury pool and you're polluting them with your opinion. You've just come out and said it's your opinion. And you have all these people that keep saying, oh, well, they did this and oh, they did that. And it's like, guys, none of that could be evidence. The state could present their case, the defense could present their case, and nothing that Candace Owens has alleged could be in there. And I guarantee you that's more than likely what will happen. So if these entities don't believe that those are anything, then you're trying to bring standards into this case that maybe weren't true or have no bearing on the case whatsoever.
Well, and here's the thing. James McGee, and just say James McGee was not on social media whatsoever. Jason Kiefer or Candace, not on social media whatsoever, and had no idea who Candace Owens was.
Right.
But other people do, right? We could go into that jury pool and be completely fine. But 99.9% of the fucking country knows exactly who Candace Owens is. Knew that she was friends with Charlie Kirk. And then right afterward, she was already on her own platform, but her platform then escalated. And then all of a sudden she's getting asked to be on all these other podcasts that you may not have ever heard of. But guess what? That's in your realm. Oh shit, Candace Owens. Oh, that's in your realm. Candace Owens. Holy shit. And she started going out and in my opinion, just purely Jason's opinion, just throwing fucking bullshit for fucking money. Because she's not going on a podcast for free. I can promise you that.
Oh, no. She's made a lot of money off this.
They're flying her out. They're fucking setting her up. Hey, we're going to record at this time. And here's your check. And move on to the next one.
And I think what annoys me the most is like, there's no end to this, you guys. So like if the judge comes back September 1st, which he will, and say, hey, there's enough probable cause to move this forward. I'm going to need your client's plea. Okay. They'll say, oh, the judge is in on it. If Tyler Robinson pleads, which I believe that he will plead guilty, just like Luigi Mangione, because they're trying to get rid of the death penalty. They're trying to do whatever they can. They'll say, oh, this one's in on it. That one's in on it. Everybody's in on it. So this is another example of like, we're fucked because these people just are not going to ever come to the right side of what this actually is, what it has always been. And they're always going to say that there's somebody else. It's a big conspiracy. And why, everybody? Because it's easy to hate white Christians and anybody that deals with the government.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
That's what it's all about.
So y'all want to go to our last story of the night?
Let's do it.
So, the left will tell you there is no voter fraud. What are you talking about? There's no voter fraud. Well, here it is.
The same precinct.
Yes.
And you are already registered, which looks like you are, then you can vouch for them as ID for them.
Oh, good. She says to me, I says they do not need ID. She says, you are the ID.
He is the ID.
See, I am the ID.
And no ID needed. I just vouch for them.
Well,
It's
you're
good.
the ID.
I am the ID. It's good. How many people may I vouch for?
It's
8?
I thought it was 6.
I can vouch for 8 people. 8 people, no ID. We come right back. Thank you.
Most poll workers we visited were willing to let us vouch with no question.
I did not see this.
You hadn't seen this?
Holy shit.
Yeah. They can vouch for you. So we got Dr. Vouchy,
Wow, I don't even know where to start.
I think there's a little bit more to that, only because I heard in the many travels in my part-time, soon-to-be full-time job, I listen to fucking podcasts, and Drinking Bros kind of hit this kind of hard, and I don't know. And again, they're not the experts, but I listen to them every day, and they're very, very reputable. But when it says that you're vouching for them, it means that they're already registered. Now, I haven't looked that far into it, because I think the whole thing's fucking bullshit regardless, because I feel you should either A, vote in person early, but be there at your board of elections, or be at your polling place in person. I don't like mail-in ballots. I don't like absentee ballots, any of that. So I'm trying to figure this out because, the vouching, and it's very easy to make a video real quick and let it go viral. Candace, you know how this works.
Right.
You grab one little thing, one little tidbit, and somebody will run with it. I don't want to speak too hard on it because I just don't know. I don't trust it.
Jason, are you fucking for real?
No, I just need more information. I need more.
Of course they're doing this shit.
What more information do you need, Jason?
I need more information.
Okay, what more information do you need? The information, all the information
What do you
that
know?
you
What do you
need.
know about it?
What do I know is that
outside of that video, what do you know?
Okay, we have. This is the problem. All right, we have 50 fucking states doing things 50 different fucking ways. That's the problem.
Agree.
It should be a federal standard. Pass this AVE Act, and we don't have this fucking problem.
I just don't trust this one fucking video. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
I don't trust this one
get
fucking
that.
video because
Okay,
they look like a bunch of ass hats.
Okay, I do get that, but the problem is that
it's not a Nick Shirley. If it was a Nick
even if they
Shirley
have to
video, I'd have been fucking right on board with you.
even if they have to be registered already, I get that.
I
But
still don't agree with it.
when it's so fucking simple, it's so fucking simple.
Mhm.
Bring a fucking ID, prove your citizenship to register, vote in person, because the same motherfuckers can sure show up in person. The same ones bitching are the people that they say are marginalized. They sure have ID to get their fucking food stamps, and they sure can show up to get their fucking free food.
You got to show ID,
but they can't show up with an ID to vote. They can't show
I'm
up.
not disagreeing with the whole fucking thing. I'm disagreeing with this video, and not
Oh,
even
I
disagreeing.
agree with.
I just
agree
don't
with that.
trust this one video. I want to see more. I want to see more with it.
I mean, for me, it tracks. Like, obviously, this tracks. There's so many different avenues of fraud that have been exposed. I mean, I think even that Scott Pressler or whatever had just said, like, there was big vote dumps that were coming out. There were all these different registered illegal voter, all this shit. You hear it every day, so it doesn't shock me. And I'm sure that it's probably a thing somewhere, somehow, or was allowed. It doesn't surprise me at all. And it goes back to the fact that we still have spineless rhinos that are sitting in Congress that aren't doing their fucking job. And we're still bitching about the SAVE Act. And we are now every day we're getting more and more like inkling that fraud has occurred. We should know that by now. Like, fraud occurred. It's pretty out in the open. We get it. It's very easy to happen with mail-in ballots. That's why Democrats want mail-in ballots. That's why they want them for a longer span of time, past election dates, all this shit. Democrats will lobby behind mail-in voting. If you're waiting for a Democrat to vote with you on that, you're going to be waiting for a fucking long time, because that's their ticket to cheat and win elections. So we got to figure out what to do. We can keep saying all day long, like, oh, I don't know. Is there fraud? Is there not? There's fucking fraud. We have a solution. Are we going to actually implement the solution or not? And it looks like we're fucking not.
Well, it's like we've been saying, the midterms are fucked. So
it's over.
So the mountain to climb has gotten twice as high.
It's over. I mean, look at this Iran shit, you guys. Like, you know me. I was on board with all of it. And I was like, all right, we got to do what we got to fucking do. Like, no, I don't want nuclear war. No this, no that. But now it's become such a circus. Like, oh, we have a talk. Oh, the strait is open. Oh, the strait is closed. You have lost everybody because of that maneuver and because of the way it's been handled. Right, wrong, or indifferent.
Had you just fucking bombed it and been done with it.
Called it a fucking day.
We talked about that last time, and I agree with Jason. Just fucking wipe them off the planet. Let's move on and get our gas prices where they need to be.
Yep. And here we are. So, the SAVE Act is going to be another battle that we have to, because now you don't have the attention of people anymore. They're just kind of like, fuck everybody. Like, I don't really, not really see a benefit to anything. So why am I going to keep agreeing?
Right.
You know, that's where we're at. So, I mean, fraud is here. It's been here. It's been amongst voters. It's been with illegal votes, duplicate votes, mail-in ballots. And we have an opportunity to fix it, but nobody's going to take the opportunity.
Yep.
Closing thoughts, Jason.
Well, obviously we hit a bunch on mental health. We gotta, we have to take care of our own fucking people.
Mm-hmm.
People closest to you, make sure they're good, take care of them, and if you can help somebody, help somebody. Don't deal coke at Penn State because that's a hotbed right now.
Or just don't use your own phone. I mean,
and I wouldn't recommend it there. I would probably move like maybe Midwest. That would probably
or like Temple, like fucking go to Philly. What are you guys doing?
Yeah, go to Philly.
Way better clientele.
A lot easier to get. And with this, like I'm not in disagreement with it. I don't like that one video because that one video was kind of hokey. Normally, when those videos come out, you've got a couple that are backing it up, right? And I didn't look far enough into this, before this show, but I'm on board with you. Show up to vote. Be your person, whether it's early, but you're showing up, or you there at your polling place and help. Go out and help and stand there and throw the flyers you need to throw for what you need. But be involved because that's where it all fucking starts. And I'm going to leave it at that.
Amazing.
Okay. Candace?
Women, stop being assholes. Do better. Really. Like we are probably the strongest creatures on earth. We're meant to bear children. We're meant to do so many things. Actually emulate like what we are. We are so much. And the way to get people to understand what we actually are and how strong we are is to not validate and go into behavior that just devalues what we actually bring to the table. So women, fucking do better. Stop this bullshit. Stop rallying behind these fake ass heroes that just completely make you look crazy because men like to think that women are crazy and you're fucking proving their point. So 100% do better. And I'd also like to say, gentlemen, we argued today. Like that was a good, like we argued, and I'm not going to go call my doctor and be like, these men were so mean to me. I need medication.
The bald bigger guy was mean to me tonight.
Yeah. The bald guy. But no, this is, I think, again, a really good thing for people to see. Yes, we disagree a lot on, especially when it comes to numerous aspects of what is very popular right now. We don't this isn't a show where we're just all parroting each other. There are different thoughts and feelings that we all have, and we articulate them, and we respect each other at the end of the day, and we share them with you because in life, you're going to have people around you that don't think or act just like you. And you should welcome them and not get Xanax because of them. That's it.
So I'm going to close with this. Candace, I really admire you sharing the things that you shared with us tonight. And I'm going to close with sharing something. I'm not a woman. I don't identify as a woman. I've never identified as a pregnant woman. I have no idea what it's like to have postpartum depression. I understand that. I get it. But I will say this. I will share something personal with y'all tonight. And I've shared it a little bit before. The lowest point of my life was a couple years ago. And it's not a coincidence that during that time, I was on several different medications. SSRIs or whatever you call them, some different, some just probably 5 or 6 prescriptions. All right. I was 51, 52 years old. And being on all these medications, I was in the lowest part of my life. I was in a dark place. So you tell me those medications were helping me? I will tell you this right now. I'm 55 years old. Physically and mentally, I am absolutely, I can sit here and tell you, I am absolutely in some of the best shape that I have ever been in my life at 55 years old, I am on nothing. I am not on blood pressure medicine. I'm on nothing. I am on nothing. No prescription medicine. How many 55-year-old people can say that? You know why I decided? Because I woke up and I decided that I'm not fucking doing this. I'm going to, if you listen to my morning show, I close with the same thing every single day. No one's coming to save you, and the world doesn't give a fuck. You know why I say that every day? Because I'm telling myself that. Because when I was at a low point in my life, nobody came to save me, man. And I learned that people really don't give a fuck.
Nope.
So you better grab your fucking balls and get through your fucking problems and quit depending on other people. Quit depending on these fucking medications. Because I will tell you, as a person that I put the fucking ship on the fucking bank while I was medicated. So that's all I got.
Amen.
Yeah. I mean, it's
medication free is the way to be.
Yeah. Anyway, man, we had a good crowd tonight. Had some of my friends on. Wait. Cincy, well, hold on a second. Did you see Cincy just popped in?
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
Oh, my
wild thing. I thought Candace had hurt his feelings since he hadn't been here in a while.
I think maybe he counted wrong. He probably didn't realize I was still pregnant.
Well, I appreciate everybody joining us. We had some friends of mine in here tonight. I appreciate y'all giving us y'all's attention. I think it was a really, really good show. So we'll see y'all. Hey, we're gonna do it next week. We're gonna make it 2 in a row again.
We should
look at us.
Be able to.
We should be able to, as long as he's not here yet. I don't think he's coming.
It looks like he's about ready. So good night, everybody. It was a great show.